Hey, we have been talking about box plots, yes? Box plots. Now we're going to do histograms. Okay, histograms are just another way to show data. Before we get started, let's talk about the skew of a histogram. Because we talked about the skew of a box plot. The skew of a histogram, okay, determines on where the tail is at. Okay, if you think about a histogram having a tail, do you think the tail is on the left here, or do you think the tail is on the right?
Left.
The tail is on the left. So wherever the tail is at, if it is biased one way or the other, okay, that will be the skew. So in this case, since the tail is on the left, okay, it's thicker on the left, it's left skewed. So I have an explanation there. The graph is larger on the right, and it gets smaller on the left. So it's just where the tail is at. Just think about the tail of the graph. Okay. All right, so you can probably guess this one has no skew. Okay, it's a normal distribution. So when you have tails that are pretty much equal on the left and the right-hand side, we would say that that is no skew. Okay, so the graph is proportional. And then you can probably make a great guess that our last one is right skewed. Excuse me. Ooh. The last one is right skewed because we have that tail on the right-hand side. Give you another minute here to get that written down. Okay, so with a histogram, okay, the difference between a histogram and a bar graph, you're probably used to a bar graph. A histogram uses ranges for the x values, okay, and I'll explain that when we create them today. But that's your blank there. So, however, a histogram uses ranges for x, and you have to decide which ranges that you want to use. Sometimes I'll fill it out for you. Sometimes you'll do it on your own. All right, so if you look here, part A, at what ranges are being used for each section of the histogram? So it's 1 by 1. It's 1 by 5. Okay, so those are ranges that go by 5. What is the frequency or count of black cherry trees that are between 70 and 75 feet tall? 80. So if you look here, yep, this is our 70 to 75 feet. It goes all the way to 8. So there are 8 trees. Okay, then it asks 8 by 5. It's going to ask 5. What height range has the most trees? 75 to 80. 75 to 80. What is the shape of this distribution?
Right. Left.
See, I read that first.
Right.
Where's the tail at?
Right.
Right skewed. Okay, it's barely right skewed. Okay, so
Obvious.
the skew with the box plot, I believe, is a lot easier than the skew with the history. So if it helps you to draw that line to see where your tail is at, do that. Okay. What height range has the least trees? 85 to 90, and the count is 2 trees. We okay on that? Right. This particular question came right from the OST, and we have seen this question every single year. One similar to it, not the exact same number, but similar to it. Okay. So it says here, a landscaper records the heights in feet of 15 newly planted trees in a community garden. Complete the histogram by selecting frequencies for the height of the newly planted trees in a community garden. Remember, we're doing ranges. So, how many are between 0 and 1? Of these numbers are between the numbers 0 and 1? None. Okay, so we're just not going to draw a line there. How many are between 1 and 2?
0.
None, right? How about 2 and 3? We have 2 point something?
No.
I don't think so. Nope. Okay, what about 3, between 3 and 4? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we're going to go right here between 3 to 4. We have a total of 4. So we're going to draw that box. If you want to color, then you can. It doesn't matter. Okay, how many numbers are between 4 and 5?
3.
So 4.3, 4.8, 4.9. So there are 3. So we go 3 on that next one. Okay, between 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3. And then between 6 and 7.
3.
Yeah. And then between 7 and 8, there's 1. Okay, so I always draw the line over mine because I know I'm going to get the question, what is the shape? It is left skewed because our tail is on the left.
How do you know what side to draw the line?
Say that again?
Like, because the first question, you did it from the left side, and you did it from the right side.
Yeah, so whichever, so like, do you see how like there's still something, like the biggest thing is over here, and it gets smaller here.
Yes.
Over here, it got smaller on this side.
Alright.
Okay.
Wait, so you start from where it's the smallest?
So some people would be like, but that's bigger than that. But look how many zeros we have, right? So technically those were the smallest. So wherever the smallest are at on the left or right hand side, that's where your tail. That makes sense. It's hard. I agree with you. Like skew on histograms is just kind of weird. We'll get there though. All right. So we're going to go ahead and build one. We're going to add in some box plots today to have us do everything together. So we're going to start from day 1 of stats. So we're going to go ahead and do your minimum, your Q's, and your max. So I want you to go ahead and do that part. Do the IQR, do the boundaries. Okay? By this time, I shouldn't have to do those for you. You should be able to do those. So go ahead and tackle that. Okay, I went ahead and put the data in order for you. You agree with my numbers so far? Yes.
Yes.
Give me another minute or two here. If you want to get started on your histogram and you think you're good on that, go ahead and get started on your histogram. I went ahead and labeled my axes. Yours are not labeled, so go ahead and fill in your X and your Y axis for your histograms. If you're done, I'm going to start filling that in. It's part of histograms we haven't talked about yet, so you might run into it if you start to try to graph. Okay, any questions or issues on that? Getting all those numbers? Okay, there's something I want to talk about when it comes to graphing on your histogram. When we talk about those ranges, so for example, what is our first range in our histogram? 5. Not 1.
0 to 5.
Okay, so 0 to 5. So, do we have any numbers between 0 and 5? Okay, so this is what we need to talk about. Is 5 between 0 and 5, or is it between 5 and 10? We always take the number and we put it in the higher category. So if it falls right on, so for example 5, we're going to put it in 5 to 10. Does that make sense? If it was 4.9, we would put it in 0 to 5. Yes? Okay. So how many numbers do we have from 5 to 10?
2.
1. 10 is going to go into
10 to 15.
10 to 15. Okay. So between 0 and 5, we have 0. Between 10 and 5, we have 1. That's going to be a little bit better. Okay, so 10 to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes? You agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Okay. This one doesn't have the grid line, so it's a little bit harder to draw on. Okay, 15 to 20. 3. To 25. 2. 25 to 30. Just 1, right? And 30 to 35. None. 35 to 40. 1. 40 to 45. Super what?
Not pocket, but like not engaged. Just like
Disengaged, so I can't teach? Yes. I have one. All right, 45 to 50.
9.
None. We need to add one in here. Right? 50 to 55, because technically 50 should go in this guy right here. Okay, now this one, in my opinion, is really hard to determine the skew. What are your thoughts for skew?
Since the biggest one is on the left side, so you can always play the scale. Yes.
Okay, there's not really a tail per se, right? But where is it skinnier? On the right. Right? Over here it's skinnier. So we would say this. Okay? So just go with where it's skinnier. We okay on that? You okay on histograms? Yeah. Okay, I want you to go ahead and tackle these next two questions by yourself. Okay, these are practice. I'm going to go over them before we leave today. Okay?